Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the Stay the Channel for January 1st, 2018. So, starting with this video, the same time this goes live, the Resident Evil 1 should also be up as well. So the plan for that is, I think I'm going to try every day for that to come out. I've got pretty much all of it ready, I just need to kind of finish going through and exporting it, but I think I can just let that go and see how it works. It's something where I'm not really committed to doing something every day overall as a channel, but I'd like to maybe figure out like that's the goal I want to set. Because every other show I have has like set days that comes out, like podcast comes out every other Friday, Stay the Channel every Monday, that whole thing. So I'd like to keep that on a schedule as well, just to make sure it keeps coming out. So I'd like to say maybe like one major game a month I'd like to do a little Let's Play of. So maybe Resident Evil 7 for February, as well as maybe sprinkle in a couple other things if I have time. And then, yeah, keep that going every day. We'll see how it goes. I just really don't know. Like, I might just find either I want to do every weekday, because that might be a little bit easier, or a little more realistic. Or maybe I feel like, oh yeah, it's perfectly fine, because essentially, one of the big things I'm just not sure about is length. So like, what's better off in the long run? Should I do one video a week, but it's an hour-long video? Or should I chop it up in 20-minute videos that are a little bit more consumable? So I'm trying to still find that dial, because like, ultimately, it doesn't matter if you're just in a playlist and you're watching all of them. I'm trying to construct them in a way where I can still do all my semi-intro and outro stuff, but it doesn't actually disrupt the flow. So in theory, you should be able to watch them all. Plus, what's nice is if I stagger them all out in like 20-minute chunks, for example, then I have a little more leeway to try new things or just adjust as I go on the fly. Whereas if I was doing like hour-long batches, it's essentially, this is it, and then I can't change it because everything's already done, just throw it out there. So anyway, I'm going to, this week, probably wrap up the rest of the editing on that. I actually am back on track with the podcast, with everything should be coming out, I believe it's next Friday, I have to look at the schedule, since I have already pre-filmed the next one, which is good. I'm glad. It's nice when I don't have that like kind of just breathing down my neck. It's because the hardest thing is just scheduling. So I'd love it if, especially there's something that isn't very timely or like too relevant. I'd like to get more and more of those ahead, or maybe I wouldn't even mind just, if I can do it, just even getting like a month or two in advance of the podcast, just so I can kind of have way more leeway. And one of the ways I would like to do that is branch off and have more people come on, because then if I have myself and two people, we could film on Tuesday, and then if there's myself and then two other people, we can film on the next Wednesday or something. And that would really help me out. Whereas right now, the podcast is definitely stuck in this weird balancing act where the sooner you do it after the last one, the easier it is to edit, but the less you have to talk about. And then it's the other way if you wait too long, where I have like no time to edit and fix things, but you have whole 2 weeks to draw from and like on what your content is and what you want to talk about. So it's just been like really tough getting there. But anyway, I need to get back to work. It's going to be, I think, a fun week, just kind of keeping everything going as is. So I got a lot to do. As always, you can contact me over on Twitter. It's at taking4grantd, or on my email, it's grant@taking4grantd.com, and I'll see you again next week.